Hey everyone, welcome to the Simone Podcast, where we talk everything self-care, mind, body, and spirit. Stay tuned because the new episode is premiering now. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Simone Podcast. And today we're going to be talking about how self-worth is a form of self-care. And a lot of people are going to probably come for me when I get to asking these questions about self-worth. Just hear me out, okay? Just check me out. I want you all to ask yourself these questions. Do we give other people the authority over what we feel about ourselves? That's one question. Another question I want you to answer. Do we allow people's views and thoughts of us to control how we navigate our lives and decisions? When the question that I really want us to ask ourselves, and this is what you need to be asking yourself, is why do we care? I mean, seriously, why do we care? You know, your self-worth, for many of us for so long, it seems to stem from what others may feel or think about us. And that can be family, friends, your man, your woman, even your coworkers. I mean, honestly, y'all, a lot of us have really taken other people's opinions and views and placed them on ourselves, on what we should feel about ourselves. When in actuality, that beginning of that journey of self-worth, it actually should start with God and then yourself. Now, the true definition of self-worth is the internal sense of being good enough and worth of love and belonging from others, meaning apart. Okay? It's supposed to come from inside. And guess what? A great deal of gaining this ideology of self-worth begins with you, me, and everyone else's practice of self-care. When you practice self-care, you are sending a message to yourself that you value your well-being and that you are worth taking care of. You know, in actuality, we have to think about how do we see ourselves, because neglecting self-care, on the other hand, it really can harm your self-esteem. I don't think many of us stop to really think about how not having enough self-worth is a big part of our self-care journey. And many of us are just starting this. And I'm one of the ones that are truly engaging in this now, which is the purpose of this podcast, and me wanting to grant more self-love and self-care to the masses. But I feel that there are 4 key ways. 4. And y'all know I'm looking down because I'm looking at my notes. But there are 4 key ways to build your self-worth. So let's really get in tune with the 4 key ways to build your self-worth through just doing these things, okay? Let's talk about it. 1, daily affirmations for yourself. For 20, I'm going to say maybe about 17 days, because I didn't listen to it for the full 21 days, y'all. I got tongue-tied. But there's this affirmation video where this girl is just calling out affirmations, self-affirmations. And it is tuning into your I am territory. And what she does is talk about, I am beautiful, I am courageous, I am this, and that. And you repeat after her. And you do this for 21 days. And you will be amazed just how in tune you become with self when you do these sort of things. You know what I mean? The second thing I'm going to say is having a strong self-care routine. Y'all saw the self-care routine video, and I wasn't just making a video because it's all fun and good to do those things for yourself, but it's a big part of how you see yourself, because how much time you dedicate to making yourself look good, look nice, all of those things says a great deal about how you feel about yourself. I don't want to hear when you got time. But this ain't a self-care routine video, so we're going to keep it going. Next, I need y'all to build your self-confidence. And there's so many different ways to do this. Makeup and hair should not be what builds your confidence. I'm talking about the inner being. When there are certain people that step into a room, you ever notice just how eyes gravitate towards them? And yes, we can say it's the hair and it's the makeup, but it's the demeanor. Like, there are some people that even in sweatpants, honey, in a ponytail, okay, or how I got my hair right now, there are some people that can literally walk into a room and just command the stage. One person that has exhilarating self-confidence to me, well, I'm gonna name a few actually. Angela Bassett, Naomi Campbell, one of my favorite housewives, Karen Huger. Like, there are just so many different people that I can name. And that's just to name a few women. There are some men, no matter what room they walk into, Denzel Washington, good gosh, I can't think of his name right now. That's crazy. What is his name? Y'all, this is gonna bother me. There's so many great actors, and that goes, okay, so that's a problem because y'all see just how much I love Denzel. I mean, there's so many other people, but you should let that come from within, and that takes a lot of self-work. And last but not least, get to know yourself. How can you really tap into your self-worth if you do not know yourself? Take some time to get to know yourself. This means taking yourself on dates. This means, and I'm just giving a few examples. I'm not saying you have to do it the exact same way that I'm saying it here. But do the work. Do the work, y'all. Now, these are just to name a few, but I know for sure that they will be helpful. Y'all, I'm sorry if it seems like my nose and I'm just my allergies are kicking my butt, y'all. So please bear with me and forgive me during this video. But listen, this takes time. It won't happen overnight, but think about it. Think about just how freeing it's going to be and feel to not only see yourself as worthy, but worth it, honey. But that's another story for another day. Well, this has been another episode of the Simone Podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and join us on Thursday when we discuss self-care through spirituality. Until then, take care of yourself, because I know I will.